Hello, my name is Monica Bourne, and this is my fourth book critique. This book is a child's biography of the life of Abraham Lincoln, and is the story I chose as my featured text. The story follows him from where he was born throughout the incidents of his childhood and adulthood until he becomes president and fights to free the slaves and keep the nation united through the Civil War. This book is told in an engaging and easy-to-understand way that children will appreciate and learn from. I liked how the story was set as happening in the moment rather than as a strictly fact-based story. The first lesson I created is a 7th grade social science lesson. In this story, the details of Abraham Lincoln's life are told in a straightforward and simple manner. Students can read the book and create a visual representation of the incidents of Lincoln's life. They can arrange them in order on a timeline using time graphics. After using this book as a model, students can make a time graphic on perhaps another historical figure of their choosing, maybe from one of their other history classes. These can be shared or presented with other classes, especially if one of their chosen historical figures is relevant to their history lesson. Time graphic is especially helpful since it gives students tools for designing a timeline that they would not also otherwise have. And this is an example of the timeline that I created. And I've included a description of sites that I used as references for these events. I've also included some alternative resources for creating timelines. Another method you could use would be to make a video or animated presentation on historical figures using Animoto or Storyboard. For this 3rd grade writing lesson, students will use their keyboarding skills to write a letter to Abraham Lincoln, saying one thing they admire about him, one question they have for him, and their favorite story from his life in the book. Using Google Classroom gives students not only the opportunity to practice using technology, but also to see and comment on others' work and to see other perspectives, thoughts on the book. The teacher can also monitor and grade the assignments right on Google Classroom. The teacher could also share the letters to the parents via email. Here's a sample of the Google Classroom that I created for this lesson. The geese flying south signals the coming winter. All the woodland animals prepare for winter by stocking up on food or by journeying south as well. The winter comes gently at first, then much more snow arrives after Christmas, after the owl sees the warning signs in the rainbow around the moon. The animals were not prepared for so much snow. They are all hungry, but the birds are fed by an old woman who puts out pans of food. The winter is long, and there is a lot of snow, but the animals survive on the food that the little old man and woman put out for them until spring. Anna and Caleb's mother died after giving birth to Caleb, and their father doesn't sing anymore. Their father puts an advertisement in the paper for a wife, and Sarah Wheaton responds. She comes to spend a month with them. She is plain and tall and can sing. She comes with her cat Seal. She seems to like living with them, but misses the sea. Sarah is strong-willed and they learn from each other. She wants to go off to town alone, and Caleb worries that she will leave them for good. However, Sarah comes back with presents and decides to stay. This book is very heartwarming, and I like the hard-working, realistic characters. In this retelling of the classic Aesop's fable, the only words in the detailed watercolored illustrations are onomatopoeias for animal noises. When a mouse runs into a lion, the lion decides to let the mouse go. The mouse in return saves the lion with its other mice friends from a hunter's net. The moral of this heartwarming story is to do to others as you would have them do to you. I loved the illustrations in this book and the pacing of the panels. Daniel, his mother, and his cat Jasmine watch a riot in their street. The rioters steal stuff from Mrs. Kim's market, too. They go to sleep, but are awakened by a fire alarm caused by the rioters. Daniel and his mama escape the apartment but cannot find Jasmine. They go to a shelter and a firefighter comes, having found both Jasmine and Mrs. Kim's cat. The cats are getting along for the first time. The art style in this book is eye-catching. The illustrations of the characters are painted, but the backgrounds behind the text are photos of textures. Thanks for watching.